3, 2, 1. Hey Wizards! Guess what? It is Caer and Trollcaller, and I'm back for the Myth walkthrough. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Last time we ended up over here in Caer Lyon, all ready to start moving on to the next parts of the game. So I'm super excited to be here. Before we get going, let's go ahead and do a quick rundown of our wizard so you are totally aware of where we are. We try to do this once a week. So since the last time I talked with you, I'm level 78. I've got plenty of health, good mana, experience is rocking, training points of 15, gold at 100,000. That's dropped a little bit. I've been spending money. Got plenty of crowns, plenty of arena tickets. Oh yeah, arena tickets. I've been doing some PvPing. I'll show you why. Got some damage. At 78 still, resistance still sitting at 24, accuracy plus 20, which is nice. Critical 165, block rating is still the average. Stun resistance plus 6, plus 5% healing. I'm sorry, 5% in the healing, and then power pips at 82%. Rocking and rolling. Now let me show you my gear, or at least the change in my gear. If you'll notice, I've got a brand new sword, or should I say a new stitch. This weekend was free fishing points, or energy points for fishing. So I got to fish a whole bunch, and that's one of those member benefits that rolls around every few weeks. And I finished all my fishing quests, so now I am a... Oh yeah, you guys didn't see that. So now I am a... let's see here. I'm a legendary artisan, so because my crafting is all up to date, but I'm now a journeyman angler, rank 6. That gives me a whole bunch of cool spells, so I can easily... so I can do some cool fishing if I need to. Still got to do some more monstrology, but that's okay. We'll get around to that. But still very, very nice. You know, so that's looking really, really good. And I got this fantastic sword while fishing, and that's one of the places where you can get some cool stitch gear, you know, or you can get some cool mounts is by fishing. Yeah, exactly, fishing. So I was looking for a staff, but you know what? I got this cool sword, so I went ahead and stitched this cool sword, which I'm totally stoked about. So that was new gear. Plus, you know, with some of my tickets for PvPing, I went ahead and got myself what we call fishing gear. Now this fishing gear gives you extra energy as well as extra percentage of getting cool fish. Or should I say getting the fish you're looking for, getting a nicer fish. And so basically I'm going to include that once I get the other two pieces. I still need the hat and the boots. That's why I got the extra tickets sitting there. And so for instance now, I'm creating weapon sets. Like for instance, this is going to be my, let's call this my Myth main. So this is my Myth main. I can have different sets in here. Like I could add a fishing one in here, and then it's really quick and easy to change. So if you haven't seen that feature, that is one of the cool features, and it's done by clicking the equipment sets and by setting up different equipment sets. Now, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time doing that right now because we've got some questing to do, guys. So I'm super excited to have you guys here today. Let's go ahead and talk to Caer Lyon. This is where we left off last time, and let's see where we're at.
Are you friend or foe, stranger? Sir Brennan sent you? Yes, I have a map of the Weirwood packed away somewhere. Things are topsy-turvy of late, you can imagine.
I sure can.
While I search, you can help. Hobgoblin plunderers ransacked the estate and stole the knight's armor and shield. Can you get them back?
Sure. Okay. And before we jump into it, I need to clear my deck out because I was doing some PvPing, which kind of requires a different set of spells in your deck. So I have a whole bunch of extra things in here that aren't really necessary for this type of questing. Okay, very, very good. Well, let's go ahead and take out some of these guys. These Hobgoblin plunderers. There we go. Hobgoblin plunderers. Well, anyways, guys, so just a reminder as we work through the fight here that I do stream multiple times a week. I do stream, about 4 times a week. So I would highly encourage you guys, if you're enjoying the content and you're having fun with me, come on, watch me stream. The next stream will be on, well, I stream every Tuesdays with Wizard101 and every Fridays with Wizard101 practically. I try to also get some streams in on Wednesdays and on Sundays. Sometimes on Sundays, do some Wizard101 in the evening. So if you're all about the Wizard101, fantastic. Now, some news that's coming up. I'm getting ready to release a Patreon site. Yep, we're talking maybe next week in the videos. There'll be a new link. So if you want to help support the channel, and help support everything that I'm doing. And I mean, I'd actually be blown away if you join my Patreon. Now, things that'll be available to you, there'll be different tiers, and we'll let you know how that goes as we get going. But thanks so much for taking a moment to listen, and hopefully we'll see you guys on stream. Okay, guys, so now we gotta take these guys out. They're not too tough, so it's just a matter of waiting for my AoE. See, I've got so many support spells sitting here in my deck, so it's not really turning into a good, well, it's taking me more time to get some of the spells. But we can kill him with the frog and 2 blades, so let's do that. Now, some people would say I mess with my deck, and I say, well, make your deck for the way you want to play. And I make my deck so I'm not always having to change my decks out if I'm going from, say, if I'm going from modding, like I'm doing right now, or if I'm going into a boss fight. I tend to try to keep my decks the same, so I'm not having to go in there and switch decks out or switch cards, because quite honestly, I usually forget. So that's my style.
You recovered Sir Brennan's kit!
Yes, sir.
Those savages deface Sir Brennan's armor. This just won't do. It must be repaired before I return it to you.
Okay, let's fix it.
Can you track down Ashlyn Brushtail, the master arms painter? She's still in town. Ask if she'll restore Sir Brennan's shield.
Let's go restore Sir Brennan's shield. Fantastic. So let's head over here. So Avalon, love Avalon. Avalon's always been a very cool world. I remember when it was first rolled out, I was like, oh, check this out. We've got King Arthur and all sorts of neat lore.
Oh goodness, I could use your help.
Oh, here we go.
Can you please help? These horrible whiptail Pantera have trapped me here. Can you drive them away?
Well, absolutely. Okay, whiptail Pantera. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go ahead and... okay. Whatever. Let's just go beat up 6 whiptail Pantera. Okay, guys, so... Very well. Let's knock these guys out. They should be pretty easy. Yeah, only 1,700. All we need is the right spell. So let's go ahead and discard everything we don't need. And let's go ahead and knock these guys out. Okay, so what do we got? We got, I remember when Panteras come out, I think they had a mount form. I was like, that'd be cool to ride around on Pantera. But their tail's kind of scary. Like, if their tail is always up like that, I mean, that could easily cut your head off. Yeah, so I don't know if it'd be safe to ride a Pantera or not. Probably not safe. Probably not safe. Let's pass, get 2 more pips, and then these guys will be done. Very good, very good. So, guys, I would love to hear in the comments, what is your favorite wizarding class? Or should we say wizarding school? Do you have a favorite school, or do you like to play them all? Please tell us in the comments. I'd like to hear more about some of your wizards. I appreciate everybody stopping to check out the episode. I'm having a good time playing. Now, what I've been doing, my main focus with my character right now is getting it, is working on Arc 2. So we've already finished 2 worlds in Arc 2. We finished Celestia and Safari, and right now we're working on Avalon. Now, after Avalon, we still have 2 more worlds. Yeah, this is like one of the biggest arcs ever. And it's not so much big because of how many worlds, because like the first arc, if you count out the worlds, you're talking, 6 worlds, essentially, but that's not really including the other 2 side worlds. I'm sorry, 5 worlds, but that's not including the other 2 side worlds. Now, up here, you've got 5 worlds, and actually a double world, so it's really 6 worlds. So I guess it's almost the same, but there's so many more quests in this arc. Like, for instance, it seems like it takes longer. Wow. Okay. Seems like it takes longer to get through the second arc because the worlds tend to be longer, the fights take longer. You'll notice that right away. Like, when you're in here working the fights, you're definitely having to spend more time with these. And in some cases, let's see, there we go, perfect. We can do that. Should we try Humungo Frog? No. Let's go ahead and throw Berserk one, then we'll hit with Humungo. And that's the tough thing about the second arc, is that the fights tend to take longer. Especially in some worlds, you tend to do more defeat and collecting, believe it or not, than you do in the first arc. Yep. But of course, I mean, everything should get a little bit more complicated because you are now up a level. Now, some people will say that, you know, this was part of the growing pains of Wizard 101. Like the first arc, that was all mapped up and that was all pretty much laid out, you know, to roll the game out. Okay, so the second arc was really an example of them really growing the game, growing the content, you know. And so the second arc was really just examples of how they planned to make the game bigger. Now, I do have a few opinions about how Wizard 101 went through the developing of the game, you know, and I'm a big fan of the game. You know, don't take this as anything bad or critical. I think they're really just observations, you know. And honestly, I think, you know, when they decided to roll out Wizard 101 and they were coming up with stats and coming up with the way everything worked, okay, I don't think they were really thinking as long-term as they could have been. And what I mean by long-term is like right now we're sitting at, you know, we just had the 10th year anniversary of the game not too long ago. And the game is still going strong. It just got bought out by a major company for a large sum because of how much they like the game and they want continued development on it. There's continued development going on in the game. We've seen new features being added in, new worlds, not to mention a huge, right now, a huge overhaul of the stats system that has been going on now for, I think they've been doing it now, I guess you could say at least for over a year now, where they've been going in and looking at different things like spell cards and stats and trying to rework the system. And here's the big reason why they're having to rework the system. I don't think they really planned for the game to last this long. Yeah, flat out. I don't really think they did. I think when they went into the game, they wanted to create an MMO, they wanted to develop it, and I think it went way beyond their expectations and the popularity of it and how many people play, you know, and how well it's done. And so what happened is when they set out their initial goals and when they went ahead and did their initial stats and they started adding new worlds and they started adding really nice gear such as the level 30 gear, the level 60 gear, and the level 100 gear, I don't think they really prepared themselves for how that would change things.
That was wonderfully brave.
I know, I'm pretty good.
My cousin Emaine is missing. We got separated in the attack. If you can find her, I'll be happy to help you with your shield. Can you ask at the town round barricade and see if anyone's seen Emaine Cloudtail? Start with her friend, Ines Idle.
Let's go do that. Let's go talk to her friend, Ines Idle. Now, Ines Idle. That's hilarious. Okay. A lot of these names are just off of Rockstar names.
Sir Robin bravely rode forth from Avalon. Not afraid to die was he. Oh, Sir Robin bravely. Not afraid to be torn apart by vicious little foulings. Not afraid to be smashed apart by handsome Fomori. This loot isn't working. Oh, sorry, you're looking for Emaine Cloudtail? I've no idea. You could ask Jeremiah Carver over there.
Ah, excellent. Let's go ask Jeremiah Carver, because that loot is not working.
Emaine? Yes, I saw her being chased away from here by hobgoblin plunderers. I couldn't reach her. Please, tell Ashland.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and get the word to Ashland then, and we'll see what's going on. But anyways, you know, I just don't think they were prepared. And so when they were originally setting up stats and setting up how the stats would grow versus the monster growth and everything,
Chased by hobgoblin plunderers? That's awful.
they overcompensated
Please round up
on
some
the gear.
hobgoblin plunderers and scare them into telling you what they did with my cousin Emaine.
And so what happened is that there's some down here. Can I just go fight these guys? There we go. Yeah, we'll just go fight these guys. So anyway, so that's why I think there's being so much adjustment to the game right now as we're filming this, and while they're continuing to go in there and trying to get everything to work is because, well, honestly, they just weren't prepared. And so when they originally set out a lot of the stats in the game, especially as well as it grew, they didn't allow it to grow incrementally. I think the gear all through the first worlds was fairly well done. I think what happened is when you started getting this chance to get this really awesome gear like level 30 and level 60, you know, I mean, once you get to level 30 gear, honestly, you're done. with gear until you get to level 60. You know, because that gear is better than anything you're going to find or get until level 60. Honestly, you know, no gear is worth getting. Like the Celestian gear, that really isn't even as good as the level 30 gear. And that's part of the challenge that the devs have put themselves in because of not forward-thinking enough about where the game's going to be in 5 years and how they need to have the stats to be able, and how they need to have the stats work so that the game can continue to grow. So, you know, the good news about it is that they haven't, you know, worked themselves out of a job. They're working hard trying to get this all figured out so that this game can last longer so that they can continue to develop more and continue to have higher level caps and more interesting gameplay. So those are some of my opinions about, you know, the developers and, you know, some of the mistakes they made early on in the game, but also some of the reasons why they happen to be in that particular
You want
position.
that ugly girl? We almost snatched her out, but she hid in the archives.
Okay, let's head up into the archives, okay? Very cool. See, we went to the
Over
right
there,
place.
you see a girl that must be Ashland's cousin, Elaine.
Yeah, let's go talk to Elaine.
My cousin sent you to find me. That was sweet of her. Thanks for chasing away those plunderers. I can escape now. Please tell Ashlyn to stay safe.
Fantastic. Okay. Very cool. Now we're going to go upstairs really quick because there might be something of interest to us up here. Yeah. I always like looking around these places when I first run into them because there's all sorts of things you can find. Okay. Not up here, but you never know. Never know. I love here in Avalon that you got all these libraries scattered all over the place. Very, very cool. Okay, guys, let's go talk to Ashlyn Brushtail, and hopefully that'll be enough for her to help us out. Whoa! Oh, jeez, fences. Okay, Ashlyn.
Elaine got out of town safely? Terrific!
Very good.
I'd like to leave Caer Lyon and join the group at Abbey Road, but I can't leave without my paints. They are my livelihood. A pack of nasty little night goblins stole them from my house. Can you get them back for me?
I'm sure I can. Let's go defeat some night goblins. Very, very nice. Hey, there's Baron Noise. We're just going to pick up his quest. No, we're not going to go through his whole thing. That's a side quest anyways. Let's hit these goblins up. Bam. There we are. It's goblin time. Well, goblin time. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and knock these guys out. So our goal today is to move to the second part of Caer Lyon. That's what we're working on. Oh, we're working on the first part. Sorry. I cut my finger earlier when I was making my dinner, and I just like snapped my thumb, actually. I just hit it against the desk. It was like, ooh, that was terrible. That felt terrible. So sorry about that if I scared you there. Oh my goodness. Come on, Blade. Click me on. There we are. Very good, very good. Now, like I was saying earlier, you can tell by the mobs here that Wisteria, where Pigswick Academy is, came out about the same time that Avalon came out. You can tell because the mobs are similar in the way that they were designed. And that's when both of those worlds popped out. Remember, Pigswick Academy did not come out until they rolled out during the second arc, even though it's a lower level world. Now, that's one of the things a lot of us would like to see, is we'd like to see more side worlds put back into the game. Like right now, we only have 2 side worlds in the game. We have Grizzleheim and we have Wisteria from Pigswick Academy. And
Rusty Knight, we gave paints to Big Boss Felicius Parker.
Okay, so we got to fight the boss, but let's go ahead and heal up. Yep. So basically, yeah, that's it. I forgot what I was talking about. Okay. Oh yeah. Cut my thumb. Yeah, that hurt. Yeah. Anyways. Okay, so let's go ahead and take Felicius Barca. Oh yeah, about Pigswick Academy. So it'd be great I think it'd be great for them to throw in a few side worlds. I wouldn't mind if an update wasn't a side world. I mean, some people don't like side quests, and I understand that. But I think side quests have their place, and they're lots of fun. Okay.
A wizard acting like a knight? I'm gonna break your wand and stuff that shiny squire badge down your gullet.
Wow, he's polite. Let's take him on. A Whiptail and Felicius Barca. Very nice. Very, very nice. Oh, perfect. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get this set up right away. And I think last time we were playing, we were talking about how the critical system has changed. And it looks like the critical system was reverted back. So we're going to see how well that works for us here. May or may not work for us really well. But, you know, let's see if we can go ahead and knock out this guy and get those paints back for our artiste. Yes. Okay, let's just throw one of those out. Let's get the feint on him. Yeah, those whiptails, those are scary. Okay, that's going to help out a lot. Now, if we can go ahead and get... Ooh. I think we can do this without the minion. Without Vizanji. Let's try it. Without Vizanji. Wow, he is just going for it with all the AoEs. Wow, he critical too, so mobs are criticaling again. I remember when mobs stopped criticaling there for a while. It didn't seem they could ever critical. Now they're criticaling again, so block has become more important, or at least I think it has again. Okay, let's keep this going here. Yeah, definitely don't need that. Let's actually start getting some blades up so that we can go ahead and knock these guys out. Okay, very good, very, very good. Ooh, do we need the bubble? No, we're not going to do the bubble. Let's go ahead and get the spirit blade up. There might be a day where using the rat to get the bubble up would make sense, but I don't think this particular fight is necessary for the bubble at this point. Awesome, got 2 blades up. My goodness, I guess I could try with Frog, but I want to really make sure he's dead because they're hitting me That was disappointing. That was disappointing. Okay. Oh, we gotta do something now. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have kicked Vizanji down. Dang it. Okay, guys, we're in a situation now, so we have to act. We'll act by getting our blade up first. Okay, if we get the right card. Oh man. Should we go for it? We're gonna need him. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need him. Let's go crazy. Let's go berserk. We're gonna risk it. We're gonna go for it. Okay. The good news is he's hitting before I put berserk up. Oh. I'm kind of hoping that we get Orthrus here in the next hand. Yeah, obviously boss fights aren't as easy as they were back in Celestia and Safaria. Yeah, you guys knows that? Totally different now. You have to be thinking, and honestly, I need to go back to my strategy of getting rid of the minion quicker, because the minion is starting to hit me a little bit too often and too much for my liking. Yeah. Now let's get rid of the minion, but unfortunately, since I lost all my blades, I may not be able to get rid of the boss. Let's see how well it goes. I know we'll hit him hard, but will it be enough? Oh, never mind. It was enough. I guess they did fix critical. Yeah.
Ah, this must be my blue period.
There we go. Look at those boots. Knight's Boots of Justice. Really, those are not bad boots. If you look at them, like we do a quick control, like we would lose some. Okay, we lose some accuracy, lose some attack, lose some defense and rating. But you'd go up and block. Oh, you'd go up big time and block. Max health would go up. Yeah. Okay, not as good. Just a different set of equipment, but it's kind of nice. Okay. Now, before we head out, guys, let's climb. Oh, we have to go get the brushes, which are back here. I do not want to forget those. Let's make sure we get those Very nice, very nice. And actually, we need to make sure we know what's up here in the attic first before we leave. You know, just because there's some side quests I'm doing, and it's good for them too. And you never know, you might find a neat, unique housing item too, because unique housing items are scattered all over the place, not just in this world, you know, but any world. And you never know, you might find stuff. The only downside to this attic, these attic places, they're so far up. Oh my goodness, here we go, climbing up and climbing up and climbing up and climbing up. And hey, look, it was a good idea we came up here because we have another blackbird to talk to. Very, very cool. Okay, guys, well, we go all the way back down. La-di-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Man, I'm digging the new sword, guys. Let me know if you like the new sword stitch. I thought it was pretty cool. This is something that you can get from fishing in Mushu, believe it or not. Yep, this is a Mushu item right here. I wanna go looking for some new staves, but I just haven't had a chance to go for it. So I think next time the fishing thing comes around, I'll be definitely fishing for some staves. Okay, let's go talk to Ashlyn Brushtail, because we've got good news for her. We got her paints. And she's supposed to paint a shield for us. Yeah, she's supposed to totally paint the shield for us.
Thank you.
Hey, she's appreciative.
As a last favor, can you repair the teleporter arch by the town round? If you make it work, I believe there is a book in the archives that explains how they work. Can you find it and then trigger the teleporter arch?
Okay, we're going to definitely do that, but unfortunately, guys, that's all the time we have for today. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you had a good time. I had a great time talking with you and hanging out. This is Kieran Trollcaller, played by Kimise, for the Myth Walkthrough, guys. If you haven't hit that like button, hit it. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, take a moment. It's free, guys. No skid off your back. I hope you guys have a great week. Thank you very much. This is Kimise. Bye-bye.